All right, guys, and we are back with the last game of today's session, premiere session of Indie Showcase Saturday. So this is another interesting one. Now, I've actually had preview code for this for quite some time now and haven't had a chance to cover it. It's not actually due out till January, as you will see, so about a month from now. But this looks really, really cool. It's another roguelite, I know, but it's a shmup. It kind of looks like a shmup called Fission Superstar X. I already love the look of this based on these trailers. This is from a company called Turbo Pelvis 3000, which I think is a friggin' kick-ass dev name. But yeah, action, RPG, indie, funny, colorful, and difficult are the tags that this has, which is pretty cool. I don't know what this is going to cost. It's due out, as I said, in January 2019. So I have no idea what it's actually going to. I have no idea what it's actually going to cost. Let's see if the website says anything here. God, that is a bright website. No, it doesn't really look like it. The website doesn't even have much on it. It just has the press kit. So there's not much to this. So yeah, I am curious about this one for sure. Again, I like roguelikes, I like shmups, and this looks amazing. Really amazing. So let's give her a go here and check it out. I still have some more games in the my list here to cover, so we might do another one of these. We had actually a decent little crowd in here today, and you guys seem to be enjoying this, which makes me quite happy. Now that I am the developer relations envoy for the Shed, want to show that the Shed means business when it comes to indie games. So that's what we're hoping to do with this. I really love this look. Okay, I'm going to turn the controller off. Hopefully we don't actually need it for this. Wow, this supports Azerty controls as well. There's something you don't see every day. So not a lot in terms of video options, but I'm guessing this is preview, placeholder, story stuff. My dear bomb Celine will tour the solar system. She will land on every world from Pluto to Earth. I'm also noticing here, I think this game audio is too loud too. So hang on a second, guys. Okay, we'll turn that down a little bit. Hopefully that'll make it not quite so obnoxious. Clown me, please. The bomber's pilot is nearly ready. It is time to bring flesh to life. I need to make a clone, apparently, which I can't really adjust here. Skill, armor, and aim. Alright, let's just go with the defaults here. Okay. So am I actually working for the crazy psycho who's aiming to destroy the universe? Because that's kind of cool. Name is Celine Fission. You will let her land on your worlds, and then she'll perform for your amusement, and you will enjoy it. Oh, I am not insane, and this is not radiation sickness speaking. Are you sure? Okay. What? Oh my god. Crew health, energy used by shields and weapons, cash to buy stuff, ammunition, ship damage, one part reaches 0 when you die. So fire, shield, and move, and then turrets on and off. Okay, this looks a bit complicated. I love this art though. My god, this art is beautiful. Oh wow, this is slow moving though. Oh wow, my ship has a blind spot, y'all. This is oddly, this is a little bit cumbersome, but especially with this blind spot. Like, these enemy ships take almost nothing to kill, but because of the blind spot that my ship has, it's actually kind of hard to hit them sometimes. I'm not actually sure what I'm doing here, just aiming to take these guys out before they take me out, I guess. Okay. Train skill. Crew recruiting. Deep space crew. I don't understand what I'm upgrading there, but... Wait, this is a place in between levels? Space crewmen will have more effective abilities, so don't forget to train them. So wait, I can just hire people? I guess so. Oh, but I needed to spend money on that, and it looks like once I spend money on them, I can't take them out again. That's kind of a bummer. So, oh, but I have an extra gun now, and it looks like I can turn turrets off, which I don't understand why you'd ever want to do that. Like, why would you want to turn turrets off? See that? Like, I can turn turrets off. I don't understand why anyone would want to do that, but... So you see, so it's the way they're positioned. So if there's a laser pointer, it means that I can hit something. See? So if you can get the enemies in the position of 2 of your guns, you can hit them twice and take them out quicker, I guess. Interesting. This is kind of weird. Like, not necessarily bad, but very odd. I have to say, like I said, I love the look of this. Like, it looks great. So I can repair the ship, I guess? With the money I got, okay. Deep space weapons shop, deep space ship services, crew recruiting. I do like the fact that you recruit crew from, like, these deep space disco clubs. And also, boy, this art is beautiful. This guy looks like a Terminator. That's kind of rad. Oh, but I can only replace... Oh, because they're different ranks. Okay, I can only replace existing crew with... I can only move them into the slot that they're below. They don't take up an extra space. So, because I moved him up, I replaced the pilot. And he's a better pilot, but also, I don't like the fact that once you make a choice, you can't undo it. Because if instead I wanted to put a guy up here, I can't because I don't have the money now. That's interesting. So guys, I just realized, and I totally apologize for that. I've been recording for the last 8 minutes, but I just noticed that when I hit the start streaming button on my server, it didn't connect to Mixer. So my channel's been dead for the last 8 minutes, I assume, while I've been recording this. So I apologize for that, guys. We're back up and running now. Yeah, so to give you a quick rundown, yeah, half the time now when I hit the start button, it says failed to connect to server the first time. So yeah, well, what we're playing here, this is Fission Superstar X, which is a new game that's coming out in January, actually. This is a preview version. This comes from a developer called Turbo Pelvis 3000, which I think is absolutely amazing. It's another roguelite, and it's a shooter. It looks amazing. I absolutely adore the art for this game. But it's weird. So what you're doing is... So you have to shoot what in the living Christ? I don't even know what this is. Oh my. But you basically have to shoot, enemies down in waves, as you can see here. The way you aim and fire is that you have turrets that are manned by those crew members up top, and those, okay, I got an achievement for killing him, and your crew members all have different abilities and capabilities, and you can change your crew members in between missions. You can also buy upgrades for your ship and things like that, but you have these waves that you're doing here, as you can see, and your objective is to like, the gameplay in this feels a little weird. It's not especially fast-paced, but you have a bunch of different stats and abilities and whatnot that you're managing as you go, which is kind of cool. And you can recruit different crew members with all of these different abilities, which is kind of neat. So we managed to get through that. So you have to keep your ship in good repair. You have to keep your crew members in good repair. And I mean, just like I said, just look at the art in this game. The art is beyond gorgeous. I really, really like it. You can buy upgrades for your ship. You can get new crew members. You can do all of these other things that all cost money that you earn from, you know, taking out enemies and whatnot, right? But I don't have the money to do just about anything here, unfortunately. Like, I will say, like, the way that the fact that the way you kill guys in this is by you have to make sure that you hit their ships with as many of your guns as possible, except the guns cannot be in, like, the enemy can't be in your blind spot, so you have to hit them where their gun can see you, which means a lot of this is kind of, it feels like a little bit like subcombat, like and get in behind him and stay there. Base came over from space, eh? So it's not like, I love the look of it, I love the roguelike mechanics, but it doesn't, like, the combat feels it's very slow and very, like, it feels like the combat in this is supposed to be strategic, but it doesn't give you the ability to be strategic, because it feels like you're just kind of, it just kind of feels like you're kiting. You have to kind of kite the enemies around to get them into the narrow window that allows you to into the narrow window that allows your gun to hit them, you know what I mean? But my God, this art is beautiful. This is some of the best pixel art I've seen in a very long time. So this is a demo version that I'm playing as well. It's a press demo version. There's not actually a demo version that you as a player can download right now. This is due out in, it says on Steam January 2019, so it's due out pretty soon. Again, like, we've covered a lot of roguelikes this afternoon, but I love roguelikes and I love shmups, and I love the look of this, and it seems like there's a lot of customizability. There's going to be a lot of means to upgrade to upgrade and change how you play through it. But it just, this very slow, kind of annoying combat, it's really not my scene. Like, this doesn't feel like especially compelling combat, like just moving your ship around so that these guys are in the, you know, are in your line of fire, and then just kind of going pew, 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 pew until they explode. And the waves are relatively short. I don't know. And then you have these different crew members that you can recruit that have different skills and abilities. The crew members have health as well as your ship, so you can turn crew members off and on during a mission. If they're turned off, they won't take any damage, but then that turret is not being manned, because every crew member equals a turret. So you see there's crew recruiting. You recruit crew members from these amazing space clubs, and I mean, look at this art. This just looks great. But again, so each one is a different kind of class. So you see you've got 4 slots. You can't put this enemy in any slot. You can only put them in the slot that they're in, and if you do that, it replaces the person who's there. So that's not necessarily what you want. So I only have enough for 1 guy, so let's do that. So now we have 3 turrets. But again, you see we have 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top. You can only shoot them if the enemy is in range of it. So it's kind of like naval combat, except this is a 2D game, so it's not like you can broadside people or anything like that. It's just a question of aiming, you know, getting the guy in the right frame and then pressing the button until it's dead, which that doesn't seem especially interesting to me. Like, I like a lot of what this game is about. I like the upgrade system. I love the art. The story seems very goofy in that it doesn't take itself seriously. But the core gameplay loop doesn't seem all that interesting. Also, it looks like I get extra money for picking up those gold bits that fly off the enemy ships. I'm not sure about that, but it kind of feels that way. Oh, and the green ones are ammo. So you pick up ammo and cash. And as you can see, look how long this game is. Like, look, I've done 2 levels. Look where I am. This is really big. Like, really big. So it's kind of like a shmup and almost like an FTL kind of thing, except FTL has a lot more going for it in terms of the core gameplay than this does. It's not just aim and pew pew until the guy's dead. You know, you have to manage all your crew positions and your skills and all of that stuff. That it doesn't really feel like it doesn't really feel like there's that much going on here in that respect. Violent Batitude. But my god, it looks so good. I really love the look of this thing. Soundtrack's half decent too. At least now I have 4 crew members. Also, you do have this ability, which I haven't been properly using, which is a shield function, which is kind of cool, except it takes a lot of energy. Well, here I am. Ah, I needed that gold. See, there's also that. You've got to be careful here and make sure that you actually get the... You got to try to kill the guy in such a way that you can pick up all the stuff he drops too, right? Because you need that. If you don't get that big pile of riches and bullets, you're not going to be able to farm your upgrades. Like, the meat of this game really, and where the real depth of this game is, really seems to be in the... This really seems to be in the Space Aurora Police Present. I'm not sure what that is. Let's try that. It looks like it takes me back a level. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what's happening here, but... Okay, the police... Don't... Well... So the police don't screw around. Not at all. You damn. I kind of got hosed there. But honestly, it feels like the real meat and potatoes of this thing is in the, honestly, what happens in between the missions. Like, it feels like the, managing your upgrades, managing, you know, min-maxing the crew that you pick, training up their skills, making sure that you keep your ship repaired and upgraded. That seems kind of honestly what the core mechanics of this is, or what makes it interesting. The combat almost feels like filler. Like, it just doesn't feel very interesting or very entertaining. It just kind of feels like it's there, you know? It definitely doesn't feel like the most fun part of it. It really feels like it's just because they had to have some kind of combat in it. They couldn't just make it all about the you know, the RPG choices. It feels like they just kind of bolted a somewhat basic combat mechanic on top of this thing. Which just, I don't know. The combat in this really doesn't feel that interesting to me. And it definitely feels like it's something they could do more with. This is pretty far along in development now, so I don't know if they're going to make any major changes to that, or if this is what they've decided to keep themselves focused on. Because it just doesn't... Okay, I backed out of that menu and it just closed. Well, it is pre-release. Let's try this again, because I just want to check something else here. I do wish you could kind of skip this intro. It's a bit long. So you see, remember how I said you can turn crew members off? So yeah, that just makes it so that they can't shoot, but they also won't take damage, as I understand it. Like, I don't know, maybe later on as you get further in, you can upgrade your guns further. Like, maybe you can replace them with either rapid-firing guns or laser guns or something like that. But it feels like that should happen probably pretty quick. Because... yeah, this combat is just really uninteresting. Yeah, just, I don't know. I'm not sure what you get for deep space. I think it's just you get no power up, but you advance further. Like, it looks like it said 2 there, so I'm guessing I move 2 levels ahead in that huge progression map that we saw. And the trade-off for that is that I don't get anything in between, so I don't get any ability to repair or upgrade crew or anything like that. Which early on is probably okay. Because you're not really in too bad a shape. But as I kept saying, boy, I really do love the look of this. The art actually reminds me to a point of, I just blanked on it. The game that's a little bit Star Control-y that came out from the team in Toronto a while back. Comet Tail. I don't know why I can't remember it now, but it was a really cool experience. Yeah. I am clearly not in a place to deal with this. Also, every one of these levels is timed. And I don't know is it timed as in enemies just stop coming when you get to the end and you have to make sure you kill every enemy? Or is it, if you survive to the end, the enemies just despawn? That I don't actually know. I'm guessing the enemies just stop spawning at that point because that guy, until I killed him, nobody else came in, right? I'm curious to know because we're almost out of time here. Oh, but I killed him right in time, so I'm not sure. I don't have the ability to improve my ship, but ouch, Wish I did, because I'm in rough shape now. Ammo boy. That's awesome. Oh, hey, weapons for sale. Check this out. Okay, so I can change the weapons up. All right, that makes things a little bit better. Not that I'm going to get a chance to try it because I'm basically completely hosed here, but let's see. So we replaced Crewman 1 with a rifle. Okay, that's better. But everything that isn't the base starting weapon has limited ammo. Because I was wondering why my ammo wasn't going down. So the starting weapon has no ammo. Any more powerful weapons do. So you really have to make sure when you kill the enemies that you take out... you really have to make sure that when you take out the enemies that you pick up the ammo that they drop if you have a non-standard weapon. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, well now that I know how that there is a bit more weapon variety, let's try... let's do another run or two, and we'll see how that works now, because that does change my opinion of things a little bit. I do feel that the combat is still not all that interesting as a whole, and does feel a little shallow to me. Yeah, the combat does still feel a little bit shallow and whatnot to me, but it is, there is more variety now, I like, but yeah, it really feels like the core meat of this game is the stuff you do in between the combat waves rather than the combat itself, which I'm not sure if that's what they were going for, but it doesn't feel like a really good balance of things, if I'm honest. So we'll see here. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to change up the weapons probably pretty quickly. But yeah, what I'd really like to know is, if you hit the end of that timer, do you still have to kill whatever enemies are on the screen before you can progress? Or will they just all disappear? I'm going to wait here because I just want to see what happens. Okay, so we've hit the end of the clock. So yeah, you do have to kill whoever's on the screen. It's just the timer means that nobody else will spawn after you take those out. Okay, that makes more sense. Gee, I wonder who that's supposed to be. He looks so freaking happy but terrified at the same time. Bug in the machine. Alright, let's try that. I love the I like, not just the art, I love the characters in this. Like, they all look ridiculous. It's great. I do really like that. Voila. Don't seem to be able to take out like those pilot types by just running into them either, which I feel like you should be able to. Oh, my ship's hurting though. Got a pilot hurt there. This also, point of order as well, is a roguelike, I think, instead of a light, because we don't seem to be actually doing a lot of, like, from what I can tell, there isn't anybody in here that's actually, or there isn't anything in here that carries on between runs. Like, it looks like you upgrade fairly often, but when you're out, that's it. Like, nothing, there's no permanent progression in this. I do like the way those guys friggin' jib up. That's pretty good. Now that I understand how the upgrade progression works, it definitely feels a little bit better, but I still feel that this core combat loop just isn't all that compelling to me. Machine gun, you say? All right, let's give that a go. Whoa, okay, yeah. Except it burns through ammo. Holy nuts. All right, this guy. This is the boss creature. I fought this guy once before. I think you guys missed it. But yeah, the vomit thing with the really terrifying man boobs. There's actually an achievement for killing him. But my energy is also really low now. Oh no, science! Not science! Holy crap, how friggin' tough is this guy? No, science man. Okay, looks like I can bring him back. That's cool. Special ship shop. Let's go check that out. Well, can't really buy anything, but I was able to repair, so that's good. Whoa! Oh god. Am I murdering civilians in traffic? Because I'm not gonna lie, I could kind of get down for that. That's a bit of a power fantasy in real life. Not gonna lie. The ability to murder rush hour traffic, I kind of approve. Oh, well, no, never mind. So I will tell you right now, this game doesn't screw around. Like, look how far we got and how far we had to go. This could be a long game. There's no doubt about that. Certainly a lot of content in this. I just don't know if the core loop of said content is all that compelling, if I'm honest with you. But this is interesting. I am very curious to see this when it comes out. So yeah, this is the preview version of Fission Superstar X. You can't buy this right now. There's no demo for it yet either, but it is coming out very soon. I love the look of it. It sounds pretty good. A lot of neat mechanics and systems in it, but that core combat, I don't know. I hope they can improve that a little bit. But yeah. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to do it for the first edition of Indie Showcase Saturday. Thank you guys for hanging out. We had a pretty good crowd in here today, which is really cool. And I hope you guys got a little bit interested from some of the stuff I showed you today. There was a couple of duds in here, but most of what was in here was pretty neat. And I have a lot more, honestly. I have a lot more in my coverage backlog that I didn't get to today. So if you guys did enjoy this, this probably won't be the last one of these that we do. So, yeah, hopefully that will get make things a little more interesting. And yeah, if you are one of the people who are watching these recordings later on YouTube, this was all done live on mixer.com/pxabstraction. So feel free to jump over there and drop a follow if you want to see the streaming that I do. Hoping to cover more stuff like this eventually too, but I am a variety streamer, so I do play a whole bunch of different stuff, both big and small. But yeah, this was cool and this was fun. And I'm really glad I got a chance to finally cover these games that have been on the back burner for far, far too long. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. And yeah, we'll be back another time with some more Indie Showcase, I hope. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you later. Take it easy.